Okay, I'll just take a quick break there. I'm back with a tea to soothe my poor throat. So this is the machine that's now lifted up. How do I get out there, though? How do I get up there, rather? Because I can can I still use this? No, it's no longer movable. No longer movable. We still have this place. And we came through. We shortcut it through here. It's a sparkly. It appears to be on the other side of this. It's in there. Well, we can't go up on that. Bring me out. Did I? I'm feeling a bit of a loss about what I'm supposed to be doing again. That's a familiar sensation. Did we go up this second set of stairs? Ooh, that's kind of cool. Perfectly useless, but kind of cool. Right. There's not anything we can do there. There's no handy shadows to jump across from, because that's a bit small, see? We can jump across... Oh no, we can. We can do that. What? Oh, come on, game. What was wrong with that? Where we just were. I think I saw that door originally and I thought, oh, that's where we're supposed to go, but we're supposed to go here. Ah, it's really annoying. I don't see what's wrong with that, because sometimes the rules about what the shadows do are a little off, I think. The rule doesn't always work, because there's nothing wrong with me passing through here. See, one is the pillar. I don't understand why it doesn't matter that it's not a completely flat surface, because it doesn't always need to be a completely flat surface for me to jump on. Maybe if I maybe if I launch myself across there, if I do a... Sorry for the spinning the camera now, I'm just adjusting my mouse slightly. My mouse for some reason doesn't want to work on mouse pads. I don't know why that is the case. It's an optical mouse. It shouldn't make any difference. There we go. Seems like a rather hard way of doing that, but there you go. Yeah, so my mouse is currently either rests on the wooden table and makes a noise, which it does anyway. Sorry about that when the recording. I need to improve my sound recording. Kind of cool. Or I have to have it on a piece of paper, which I've got here. And if I catch the piece of paper, it goes off kilter. What's this? It's a collectible. Glastonbury Weekly. Friday, July 1st. Illusionist goes dark, but the lights are still on. Fans of the unreal have been waiting for the amazing Vincenzo to come to Glastonbury. Earlier this spring, the Strode Theatre announced a string of 10 performances by the increasingly famous illusionist this July. Unfortunately, rather than making things disappear and reappear, as is his wont, the Strode has announced that the young magician will not be appearing at all. No reason was given by the Strode or by the representatives of Maestro Vincenzo. Fortunately, there are still numerous performances of the amazing and fantastical about town. The Cirque Lafayette has rigged its big top in the ruins of the Abbey, promising acrobats, dancing bears, and a variety of amusing and alarming freaks. Sorry about that. I don't know why I said it like that. Madame Letourneau has returned to Archer's Way to tell the fortunes of travellers and stay-at-homes, and a most fascinating arrival at the Glastonbury, and etc. etc. Illusionist cancels shows, no reason given. So, Johnny suggested earlier to Vincenzo to his face that he wasn't the most well off for money either. So something lies behind this here. What is wrong? What is up with Mr. Vincenzo? Or Vinny something is probably he was originally called. I should imagine his real name is Vincenzo. He's probably Ronnie Fishwick or something like that, or his original name.
What are you doing here? Who are you? How did you get in?
Through the big clock?
You went through the clockwork? How? Who are you with?
It's a puzzle, right?
It's meant to keep strangers out.
It doesn't work then.
It's a very good puzzle.
Not good enough, apparently.
But I'm not a stranger. I'm Dee Dee Melankaya.
Oh. Your mother put you up to this, didn't she?
He thinks I'm doing my homework. I wanted to meet you.
I didn't ask for a child, all right?
You didn't want a child?
What would I do with one? I'm a busy man. My apparatuses are precise. They take months to hone. How would I have the time? That is what I told her.
I'm sorry.
I travel. I'm going on tour for 6 months. Budapest, Istanbul, Calcutta, Shanghai. I dine out with dukes and gangsters.
But I could help you with your apparatuses. I'm good with puzzles. You could train me. I won't be any trouble.
You broke my left-handed induction coil. That took me a week to tune.
I'm sorry.
I told your mother all of this years ago. What is her phone number? Okay, see? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I can't have. Your mother cried every week. You're better off with Kat. A little girl should be with her mother.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to come to see my show?
No!
Well, here's 2 tickets in case you change your mind.
Okay.
Let's get Kat on the phone,
I misunderstood something about this here. This is a surprise. When I heard Vincenzo's the dad, I thought Vincenzo was like one of the mobsters or one of the bigger guys involved in that. I didn't realise Vincenzo was Didi's father. I think I just heard it's Italian bias. I heard the name and I thought, he's a mobster, you know, because of who Johnny's been hanging around with before. So Vincenzo's actually her dad, and he's not very good. So how hard is that for Johnny to work with him? Does he know? Does he actually know who the true father is? Did he say it before? I can't remember. What a goddamn mess. Anyway. Excuse me, slurping my tea. Sorry, I need to. There we go. And now we're on our own outside. Why are we on our own outside? Why are we outside and Dee Dee's inside? We went inside to see Dee Dee and Vincenzo. There's the gun again. Why are we outside? Meet Dee Dee back at the stage. Okay. Why do we keep getting separated from Dee Dee? Why is there a... Does she forget about us and therefore we're not there? What? But how are we on our own now then if she just forgets about us?
What do I do with you? Lock you up? Put bars on the windows?
Good luck with that.
I can't stay at home all night and watch you.
I know.
I'm not one of those secretaries who punch out at 5. I'm a rising star, right? Did Johnny know about this? Because I'm gonna kill him.
I just wanted to talk to Vincenzo.
I never should have let him back. I just wanted...
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the amazing Vincenzo's Theater of the Unreal.
Ooh.
I knew it! I knew this was another one of Johnny's pipe dreams. You screwed up again, didn't you?
Johnny, what's going on? Is this part of the show?
I got it.
They're getting in.
How did you ruin the Van de Graaff?
Money back.
If you give them the money back, you can't pay us. It's all under control. I just gotta go find a spare bulb, fuse, something.
Why can't he get anything right? We're gonna have to fix this one too.
Van de Graaff is just powered by belts. How did they go wrong? Fine.
We
Sure.
need to light up the stage somehow.
Okay, go to the lighthouse. Well, that'll light things up. Why is there a lighthouse here? The crowd are not happy. Let's get a wiggle on. You stay there, madam. You're enough trouble as it is. Lighthouse is kind of that way, but I guess we can go this way, maybe. Okay. Oh, it's a particularly spooky lighthouse with a floaty plummet to doom on either side. Also, the lighthouse is a lot closer to town than I'm expecting. Lighthouses are not usually close to town like that. But fine.
This is a weird lighthouse.
It is!
Do you think it's some kind of science lab? It reminds me of Vincenzo's workshop.
This is like some sort of weird dream going on here.
I think this is what lights up the lights up there. Let me see if I can fix it.
Don't just be throwing any... You're gonna fry yourself, kid. What is going on? Very strange. Don't quite know where we're going with this. With the mad... Oh, beautiful floor, though. Beautiful parquet wood type... Well, it's not parquet wood. Inlaid wood type floor. We've got a glowy box to tell us we need to use it. We have a laser beam. Frickin' laser beam. And we have... Okay, we're going to control it with this, I guess. Ooh, burn the child in half. No, where's that going? Up there. Why does that help? It looks like it cut a hole in the wall. So the light's coming out of this? What? So the light was there is now shining... I might cut off a second ago. It was shining at that. We're going to shut... Okay, fine. We'll dodge that. I'm going to shine it at something else. Not sure where the boxes count. So why are the boxes there? Excuse me. With a hole in the wall. Fine, we'll leave that for now. Get a feeling we have to do something with the boxes, but I don't really know what we're supposed to be doing here. Oh, okay, there's a box holder. We can get to... Well, we can't get to one box. One box is up there. What does this actually do anyway? So that allows us to get upstairs to get the other box. Right, fine. So that means we need to get this box. But the trouble is we can't carry a box like that and do the jump. And we can't become a shadow on this wall. Therefore, we need to make a shadow on the wall. Get round the right side, madam. Just did a little bit of shadow. Why is it glowing red like that? What's the quickest way across? That would... I think we'd worry about clashing there if we do that. I'm guessing... What happens if we turn a box into a shadow? And then we move the source of light. Will the box go with it? Or will it fall out into reality again? It feels like one of those puzzles where you... If you get it wrong, it's going to fall like that. Like one of those wire puzzles, you've got to follow the wire. Trace the wire without actually touching the wire. One of those. Kind of a clever idea. Excuse me. I do like this sort of puzzles. I have a really fairly steady hand, so I used to like... I'm good at them. That's why I like them. Like anything, you tend to like things you're good at. What does this do? So that's turning. Where was that other box? Oh, it's over there. But this one isn't working. So how do I turn this? Oh, there must be a thing down the bottom I can use to turn that on. There's a big monkey wrench. So... Is it going to turn off if we do this? Does that turn that one back on again? I think it does. Okay. Progress, right. We're going to have to carry the box across. But how do we get there in the first place? Aha! Up we go, get a leg on. Get a move on, rather. Get a leg on. What does that mean? Get a wiggle on. Higher up. Let's go higher. Oh, look at that. Pro skills now. Up we go. On top of the weird lighthouse. It's not very science labby. It's a bit too industrial for that, I think. It's not got a proper sciencey lab feel. What is this? Picture of a girl's shadow walking beside a woman walking down the sidewalk. That is rather odd, I must admit. However, so that's probably one of these optical illusions where, I don't know, the suggestion is maybe that it's spooky. Better question might be, where's the woman's shadow? So all the shadows you can see in the picture are all coming from a light source that is above and slightly... Yeah, a light source honestly directly above, in fact, because the woman's shadow is very small, and the ones for the awnings behind on the wall are also very small. It's like a midday photo. So the question is, where does that shadow come from? It would have to be another light source or someone above the street. So that is a little odd, but it doesn't match with the light source either. We've got spookiness going on here. That's what it's suggesting. Spookiness. Right, so we're going to light into that now. It goes up to the top. That's a good sign. Cutscene. Get the collectibles first. It's like we're trying to sort of pull ourselves towards the end of the story here. Lecture by Dr. William James, a professor of psychology at Harvard University. Author of A Pluralistic Universe and the Meaning of Truth. Founder, the American Society for Psychical Research. Not psychiatric research, but psychical research. 7 seconds, 8 PM, Frost Hall. The astronomically visible universe is but one possibility. Other universes may exist that parallel our own. The set of all possible universes is the multiverse. What significance does the multiverse hold for epistemology and eschatology? Do universes spring into existence as a consequence of free will? Can entities cross over between parallel universes? Dr. James will also detail his investigations of the multiverse via mystical experiences and experiments with nitrous oxide and peyote. Yeah, you're amazing what sort of things you can see if you sniff enough nitrous and you stick enough peyote down your gob. All sorts of things. Anyway, I was just reading after so long. See, I've never read... I know, I've gone on the side. I don't usually do this in other games, but I usually just do it in Viscera, but I'll do it here anyway. I was reading Dark Tower again by Stephen King. I'd never actually read the first Dark Tower. I started reading from book 2 and all the way through from there. Well, I'd never read the first one, and I read it recently. It was quite cool. And there's a use of peyote cactus in there as well for entering into the dreamlands where you can commune with demons and succubi, which is a demon anyway. But there you go. So the suggestion is: are we a mystical? Are we a being from another dimension? Is that the suggestion here? I don't know. What's this? We've got a family tree. The Iliescu family tree. Admitted to St Mary's Asylum, Elena Poplar. Vincenzo Hiescu. There. Didi Malankaya. Catherine Malankaya. Horia Hiescu married Franca Yella. Received exorcism. Blimey, up in the middle there. So, reasons for going nuts. Well, being nuts back in the early 20th century, what they considered nuts to be, was lots of different things. And we're getting back towards the ugly stages of pre-20th century of things like people being called slow-witted and morons, and society being split into good and bad blood and good and bad heritage, and, you know, bad blood will out, and all those sort of things. And certainly talking to people who aren't there, like this young lady here, would certainly get you labelled as a nutter in certain times. Maybe in certain places now. Missing illusionist sought. That's how you spell sought. Sought in affair, maybe in America, of missing assistant. Scotland Yard. It's really odd, by the way, because we keep having references to the UK, but this appears to be set in America. I don't know. Anyway, Glastonbury. There might be a Glastonbury in the US as well, but Glastonbury is very well known in the UK as a site for various things, but including the festival, of course. Scotland Yard is of course the how would you describe that for the UK? It's the police. It's the police headquarters. Scotland Yard is searching for noted illusionist Mr. Arta Iliescu. Interesting spelling there, by the way. The last names of... What was Kat's last name? I can't remember. It's very Eastern European. Makes me think Romanian, really, actually. And Arta, like that, also makes me... And Iliescu makes me think Romanian, or somewhere around that area. Mr. Arta Iliescu, in connection with the disappearance of his magician's assistant, Ms. Aurora Rose, later of Chipping Norton, also UK. Miss Rose was last seen on stage at the Baker Street Theatre during Mr. Iliescu's famous illusion act. Maybe he really made her vanish. Mr. Iliescu is well known for making his pretty assistants disappear and reappear. On the evening of October 28th, however, he neglected to fulfil the second part of his act. Ray Drell. Detained by police, Mr. Iliescu proclaimed his own bafflement at Miss Rose's failure to return to the stage per modus operandi. She's supposed to vanish into thin air, said Mr. Iliescu, but she's supposed to come back. Police Inspector Giles Lestrade. Lestrade is the famous bumbling inspector from Sherlock Holmes. I don't think his first name is Giles, though. To determine no sign of foul play. Indeed, police found no sign whatsoever of the continued physical existence of Miss Rose on this mortal plane. Also, of course, Holmes predates when this is set. So maybe this Lestrade is a distant ancestor. Mr. Iliescu was released from custody on Thursday. Now it would appear that he too has gone missing. Mr. Iliescu's performances at the Baker Street have been cancelled, and Mr. Iliescu's hotel, the Black Stone, has not seen him since shortly after his release. His belongings remain in his room, and mysteriously the maid reports some of his clothes have been displaced by a party or parties unknown. Persons in possession of information in regards to the whereabouts of Mr. Iliescu or of Miss Rose are requested to inform the Yard. So I think we have Mr. Iliescu is also Vinny. Yeah. In fact, it says Iliescu on there. So he's moved. That explains why we've had things from the UK. I think he's done a runner after kicking up a stink, making his assistant vanish and not come back again. He's been playing around with science, I guess. What a naughty boy. What a silly boy, playing with science. And has literally made his assistant, attractive assistant, maybe, with a gravity voice, assistant vanish. He's done a run to the US to restart, which is kind of cool. How do we get up there?